So far, so good. But there's still plenty left to do. We'll meet at the briefing station when you want to get moving.
Good to know, good to know. So, before we move out, it's time to change the old team around, because obviously we've got special conversations and stuff like that that we want to partake in. So Storm, we want to keep Storm out for now, we want to keep Juggernaut out. But Magneto, we want to change for... where is he? Mr. Fantastic. And Psylocke, we're going to change out for... where is he? Daredevil. Because obviously, being the pro-registration side, we've got Black Widow on our side. And if Black Widow's around here, then you know Daredevil's gonna want to have a chat with him. You can also have a special conversation with Iron Man as well. But Iron Man's someone you can have a special conversation with, and also you can use Iron Man to have a special conversation. So let's track him down first. Let's speak to Iron Man first. Whereabouts is he? Let's go up here. We'll be able to find him easily from up here. Iron Man, where are you? Songbird. There he is. He's down there. So go speak to Iron Man first, and then we can pick him up and put him in our party as well.
Hello, Reed. What's up?
Tony, I believe we're ready for our nanite villain field test, as long as you still feel strongly about pursuing it.
Of course I do. Cap's getting more and more followers every day, while we're flat. We need to shore up our numbers.
Although I'm pretty certain we did just, we pretty much just field tested it then with Juggernaut and Magneto, but... I just worry about the price of failure, or losing control of one of those lunatics.
I know you won't let something like that happen, Reed. Now, sounds like you could use a break. Why don't you take Susan out to a movie or something?
My relationship with Susan is fine. We don't need to shore it up, as you might put it.
I didn't mean that at all, Reed. But you've been working hard. Take a break when you get a chance, okay?
That's advice that might have been a good idea if you took it there, Reed. Might have been a good idea. But anyway, we're going to talk to Iron Man. Let's use Juggernaut, because he always just has such intellectual things to say.
Hello, what can I do for you?
Carving up that base was fun. They give up yet?
No, it was a good start. But according to our intelligence, they're still getting pretty well established in other locations.
I have no idea why I used that accent then. So we hit him harder.
If we can find them, yes. So far, we're not having much luck. At this point, we need to make sure we keep a tight rein on those we've already captured. Fortunately, we've started transferring inmates to Prison 42.
Good idea, genius. None of us have ever broken out of jail.
If Reed's calculations are correct, there is virtually no chance of anyone breaking out of that place. Ever.
If you say so, say so, Iron Man. I'm not going to call foreshadowing on that one or anything. And what am I doing? Actually, I want to keep Mr. Fantastic in. It's Storm we want to mix up, and we are going to put in a place Iron Man. Hokey pokey, we've got a few people around here that we can be talking with. So, let's go and start the conversations. Oh, they normally have like an audio log or something down here. I believe we can have a special conversation with She-Hulk as well, and I think we need...
Thought you'd never ask.
Yeah, I got round to it eventually, Tony.
Hi, Tony. What's up?
Jennifer, I think your decision to defend Robbie Baldwin in court shows very poor judgment. We don't need to be associated with Speedball.
I realize sometimes it's hard for people who aren't lawyers to understand that we can separate our cases and our personal feelings.
if you get him a plea bargain, it goes down as a win for in the anti-reg column.
In whose scorebook? This isn't a game, Tony. I know you're trying to paint this thing in terms of black and white, but it isn't that simple. Speedball didn't kill those people, but without help, he'll get lynched as if he had.
The public understands black and white, not much else, Jen. Which is unfortunately something which is very, very true. Very true indeed, which is a damn shame.
Then I guess that's why we have the court system.
And I suppose she's correct. It's not exactly. I mean, Speedball was part of the group that attacked those supervillains when they really weren't prepared to do so. But as I said, it wasn't him who exploded. He was just lucky enough to survive. But anywho, Juggernaut, you're up.
Hello. Something I can do for you?
Heard you're defending that obnoxious Speedball kid.
That's right. I'm trying to arrange a plea bargain for him, but it's turning out to be pretty difficult.
I love it when you heroes get all hypocritical.
We lawyers defend those who need defending, even if we don't share their beliefs or condone what they've done.
Heard a couple of the ex-New Warriors tried to contact you.
It's true. Apparently one of their teammates took the Stamford incident very badly and started outing the real identities of the other team members.
That's the funniest thing I've heard all day.
Listen, what happened to the New Warriors could have happened to any of us. The ones who weren't even in Stamford deserve their dignity and their privacy. I've gotta go now. Bye.
Obviously everything Jennifer the She-Hulk's... Is it the She-Hulk or just She-Hulk? Everything Jennifer's saying makes sense. It makes perfect sense, but you just gotta love Juggernaut being an arse, haven't you? It's just... I love how that's something that I've liked. The fact is when they make like the text and the conversations for the bad guys, like the DLC characters, they haven't made them like obviously bad guys, but then they talk to the superheroes as if they're superheroes. They still talk as if they're bad guys. They're not. They haven't just suddenly been nerfed into being goody two shoes. I mean, he might be helping them, but Juggernaut is still the Juggernaut.
Hello, Matt.
I may always have doubts about supporting registration, but seeing you here makes them a lot quieter.
Very flattering, my love. But I'm surprised to hear you'd have any doubts. The law is the law, right?
Ironic coming from you, Tasha.
I admit, I'm usually tasked with operating outside the law. When you think about it, my job has traditionally been to help governments maintain stability. This isn't all that different.
Stability and human rights don't always go hand in hand.
Ever the public's defender, eh, Matt? I'll always love you for that.
And, as always, it's time for the Juggernaut. Actually, no, before we use the Juggernaut, I believe Iron Man has some special conversations too.
Hello, Tony. What can I do for you?
I wanted to know if you had uncovered any evidence of Fury helping the anti-reg forces.
There's no indication of that so far, but with Fury, that might not mean much.
I don't like having him off the. I don't like having him off the radar like this. He's too big of a variable.
I understand, but dealing with big unknowns goes hand in hand with running a war. The bottom line, however, is that if Fury decides to help Captain America and his White Star allies, I doubt there's much he could offer them apart from strategic advice.
I wouldn't be so quick to assume that, Natasha.
I can see your point. We'll keep an eye out for anything that has Fury's fingerprints on it.
Yeah, if anyone can do the impossible, it's Fury. Alright, time to be a jerk.
Hello. What can I do for you?
Nice job setting off this war. How does it feel?
I regret nothing. We did what needed to be done at the time.
I regret nothing! Coming out smelling like roses while your boss takes the fall. Priceless.
Nick is a stand-up kind of guy. He wasn't going to pass the blame to anyone else.
So where's Nick Fury hiding?
I haven't heard anything from him since he went underground.
Maybe he finally kicked the bucket. We can always hope.
I am confident he's safe and watching everything that's going on. Will he choose to interfere? That is a better question. I'm sorry. I have work to do. Goodbye.
Do you know what? Every time I go around and do these conversations, I might go put Juggernaut in my team regardless, just so I can be a jerk. It's just so much fun. Always being a superhero, doing the right thing. Sometimes it's fun just to be an arse. I keep remembering I've got to keep an eye out on these pillars because I don't want to miss someone like Spider-Man hanging up there.
What's your name?
Bullseye.
When is the last time you committed murder, Bullseye?
3 days ago.
Why did you do it?
They were in the wrong place. I like killing.
I see. So it was just an impulse. Well, that's funny, because that's what I'm here to talk to you about. Impulses. You received an injection before this meeting. Did anyone explain to you what it was?
A light sedative or something.
I see. You've been injected with a series of nanometer-sized generators, receivers, and triggers. By now, they've bonded with your central nervous system, allowing us to tap into it directly via long-range wireless signals.
What did you put in me?
The nanites will allow us to permit or deny any impulse that devious little brain of yours can come up with. I'd seriously reconsider standing up, Mr. Bullseye. We can also spike your nanochain, delivering a substantial electrical current directly to your cerebellum. You'd probably survive the first shock, but our scientists say anything beyond that would leave you with partial or total paralysis.
Why?
Simple. Your country needs you. Your expertise in violent altercations with superhumans makes you a prime candidate to help us round up unregistered superheroes who may offer resistance.
So, you're gonna force me to do what I like doing anyway. What's the catch?
The catch is, you do it our way, or you end up on life support. Is that perfectly clear?
It's clear you like to live dangerously.
And it's clear you like to live. Take him back to his cell.
And it's quite funny they used that little audio tape there because that is almost word for word, other than with a few other little bits sprinkled in to fit the storyline here. That is almost word for word the start of the new series of Thunderbolts. Obviously there was an older series, but one of the new series of Thunderbolts in which Bullseye gets injected with the nanites in the comics to help round up some of the supervillains. It's actually almost word for word. Obviously it's been altered a little bit so it fits with the story that's going on now, but just thought that was quite interesting they used that. I thought that was quite a cool little bit to rip from the comics.
Yes?
Melissa, the rest of the Thunderbolts are almost finished with the procedure, as we just heard.
That's fine. I recommend you talk to Bullseye first. This will probably be hardest on him.
Yeah, sound like he didn't take it too well. No, it will be hardest on the heroes asked to fight alongside him.
Granted. Frankly, I don't care what happens to most of these Thunderbolts. This isn't the team I used to lead.
No, they're all locked up in the new prison.
How kind of you to remind me. You heroes are always so warm and compassionate.
Yeah, well, we can be jerks, but then you have earned us. You have earned the jerkitude we're giving you. Yeah, but Songbird, out of all the Thunderbolts, at least out of the newer Thunderbolts, obviously I never read the original Thunderbolts, but out of the newer ones, the one that was run by Norman Osborn, she was one of the few that genuinely had reformed and wanted to do good. The rest of them were just supervillains that had to do good because they had nanites in them.
Yes?
Melissa, the rest of the Thunderbolts are almost finished with the procedure. I decided to tell you that after reading the exact same fashion.
That's fine. I recommend you talk to Bullseye first. This will probably be hardest on him.
Oh, that kind of sucks. I thought special conversations would be different. It's a bit pointless having the same conversation with the same person. We're not concerned about his personal feelings on the matter. Actually, no. Do you think it'll be a problem?
He is always a problem, but your system seems designed to work around that. Frankly, I don't care what happens to most of these Thunderbolts. This is the team I used to lead.
Right, your old team was just a group of really nice people.
They did what they were asked, and not because of mind control. I'll help you with this, but I don't have to like it.
Yeah, see, as I just said, I think the original Thunderbolts were actually reformed criminals, whereas opposed to these Thunderbolts that are still very much criminal. They will kill anyone given the chance.
What can I do for you?
I'm here to be a jerk. Somehow I imagine you and Molten Man got a bigger signing bonus than I did.
You can read what you'd like into it. I can't say we're any happier about it than you are.
Her and Molten Man being two of the super criminals that did this voluntarily because they genuinely want to turn over a new leaf. You always were soft. Really think you can take down Cap?
We'll do our best.
I've got nanites in my blood. What's your excuse? They ship you over in chains?
When this whole war broke out, we got talked into rounding up unregistered super criminals. Seems like we did too good a job. Now we're here to help you.
Sounds like you're running a con. If they're smart, they'll put a leash on. They'll put you on a leash like mine.
Feel free to tell that to Stark and Richards if you want. Goodbye.
See, that's what I like. As I was saying earlier about how they make the supervillains have their own text and their own conversations. They're not just basically a different skin of the heroes. I like how Juggernaut mentioned that he's got nanites in his chain. It's almost like explaining why he is actually helping the heroes. Because otherwise, even though they're DLC characters, it does make little sense as to why they're suddenly helping the heroes. And the fact they added in that little bit of text that, like Magneto, Juggernaut, you know, Carnage, they've also got the nanites in their blood, and that's why they're helping the heroes. So they didn't have to add in, but I'm really glad that they did.
Let's get started.
But with that said and done, I think that is all the conversations we can be having around here. So, let's give this one a little save. Yeah, I don't think I'll be going over my last save data. Let's go back to that one. Yep, and I think I'm going to be calling it quits there. And next time we're back, we'll see what Tony and Reed and hell, Songbird have got planned for us next. And see where we're going to be heading out and who we're going to be using to do it. But, as for now, I will catch you guys later.